And good morning from Bear Brook State Park. I slept pretty well last night. It did drop down to about 38 degrees, so a little chilly, and it did rain a bit too. Unfortunately, I didn't think to put my rain gauge out because I wasn't expecting rain last night. But anyway, here I am. Let me show you around what the place looks like this morning. I just got the canopy up, getting ready to make breakfast. I already had a good cup of coffee, so that was nice. As you can see, most everything was moved in under the cover here because it rained. One side wall up here. Seem to have managed to forget my window panels. I pulled them out of storage, left them on the picnic table at home, and forgot to bring them. I did pull one of my side walls out over the truck just to add some privacy. And otherwise, everything went pretty well. Did play around with a little ham radio stuff here. I got my 4-element portable beam up on its mast. Weather station's doing well. Battery's not doing so well. Can't really read that, but it's 47 degrees out right now. I need more battery capacity. I got a new toy. It's a portable refrigerator. I'll have more info on that. I'll be doing a full review in a later video here. But you can see, no ice packs, lots of food in there. And seems to be working pretty well, but it is draining my battery a little bit more than I'd like it to. So I need to come up with a better battery system for the next camping vehicle. Well, time to get out for some hiking now. It's just before noontime. Had my breakfast, got everything all cleaned up and secured for the day, and now we're going to go out for a little hike. I'm going to do some exploring. First, we're going to explore some of the campground, see what other sites there are, see if there's something I'd like to pick out in a future visit. And then we're going to do the walk around the pond out there. So this little narrow dirt road here is the actual road that leads up to my campsite. Turn around back there, and there it is. All set up over there. Last campground down the road. You come up that little loop, turn around, and come back. And over here we had some noisy neighbors show up last night, unfortunately. Thought I'd have the place to myself. This is a nice little campground too. This is campground 13. Lucky 13. Nice space over here. Good spot for a tent over there. Nice little fire pit. Couple places to sit around it too here. That's pretty neat. Definitely going to come back here again. There's a lot to explore. Apparently there's 40 miles of trails in this park. Obviously I'm not going to get to all that today. And from the sounds of the weather here, I'm probably going to head home tomorrow rather than Saturday like I had planned to do, but oh well. Nice nearby water spigot. It's all turned off right now though, unfortunately. Be nice when they have water here, but right now it's all off for the season. But they got plenty of water spigots around. This will probably be the most isolated site here. Site R1. Park over here and you walk in. Kind of a neat setup here. Not the kind of setup I'd go to because I like to camp out of my truck. If I ever wanted to do a hike-in site, this would be the kind I'd do right here. Well, it still looks like a really good mosquito breeding ground here. To walk across this nice little bridge here to get in. You know me, I love my bridges. But wow. Nice spot though. Right on the water. Imagine waking up to this view in the morning. I could do that. Again though, I need to find a site that I can pull my truck into. Or van or whatever it is I'm going to have by the next time I've come up here. Went and explored this ball field last night. Around 10 o'clock. You should have heard all the spring peepers. Peepers, bullfrogs, ducks. Quite the collection of wildlife. A little bit of an audio recording of that, I'll share that with you. Not a bad little setup, actually. I didn't have a trailer and that along with me. I could come down here and camp too. Site 36 actually looks like it would be pretty good here because you could get a decent opening because it's a ball field. Some sunlight in that way. It's a neat campground though, a lot of sites. Us in peak summer there are kind of close to get together here, so it's kind of busy. Not sure if I'd enjoy that too much, but in the off season this would be a fun place to visit. This is a pretty neat setup how they did this. They actually define the edges of the campsites with these logs, or the down tree limbs here. Well, not limbs, but down sections of trees here. So you get the outline here of this site here. You can sit down on it, relax. You know, there's a nice area here. It's all well defined, you know, right where your campsite limits are. Here's your neighbor. A little too close to the neighbor for my liking, but that's a neat setup how they did that. I like that. That's site number 4 right there. And again, these logs here define the perimeters here. And site number 3. Now here's something interesting. Site 48 seems to have electricity. I'm gonna hazard a guess though, it's probably intended for a campground host, because this is the only one I've seen with electricity in it so far. And here's one of the bathhouses. You got plenty of these too. Certainly well equipped with facilities and stuff. I got dishwashing stations too, good. Hot water, propane. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Nice when the water's all turned on, of course. Pretty good. These campsites just go on and on. That's pretty impressive. Lake Site 56. A little more isolated over here. Looks like a pretty good one if I had the better power source. You could stay out without too much sunlight on the roof for an extended amount of time. I could set up over here. This is site number 55. It's pretty good. Room for my truck and my trailer right here. I could do that. And the actual camp kitchen would be set up over here, so it wouldn't be right out the truck, but that's not a big deal either. Nice little fire pit. Yeah, I could work with this. Okay, so this is kind of a strange setup over here. This is site 54. Another one of these cool ones here that's lined out by old tree logs. Nice big site too. You can set up a lot here. Good site for a group. And then you get this funny little site over here. This is site number 53, is it? The sign says, yeah, site 53. Really no place to park your vehicle for it. I guess you got to share the parking area for 54 to get in here. You can have an off-road vehicle you can pull up into this spot here, but then you get this funny little undefined campsite. It looks like just a spot out in the woods here. Suppose if I was coming up here with like a group camping trip though, you grab both sites, people park down in there and spread out in this whole area. That'd be kind of neat. But kind of a strange configuration. I also noticed that they have snowmobiling through this campground. Even though this is site 76 here, it's open on both ends. And you see those little diamond markers there. That's a snowmobile trail that goes through there. Obviously comes up from that way. That's something I'm going to have to consider for next winter, I guess. 191 is a nice site too if you really want to stay on the outskirts of the place, because this is before you reach the camper store there, campground store, and the check-in spot, and before those hideous speed bumps. And just pull right in here and then walk over and check in. But this is a pretty nice site too, pretty isolated towards the entrance, so you're going to have all the traffic coming in and out though, of course. It's a nice big site. You can be pretty close to the dumping station too, which might be a problem. So, it also has a nice mosquito breeding pond over here. That could be a problem. Alright, one more thing to explore here. We got the dumping station here right at the entranceway. Service charge? Maybe I won't be using the dumping station. I've never seen a campground charge to use the dumping station before. I'm not even sure how this dumping station works. Open those up. This is the dumping station. And this here is the road down to my campsite. Totally unmarked, so I almost missed it. Luckily I knew what I was looking for. I saw that 17 down there, and I knew site 17 was on the path to my campsite, so. But they need some better signage at this campground. With so much to explore just at Beaver Pond Campground at Bear Brook State Park, this seems like a good spot to end the video today. I'll feature the hike around the pond in the next installment. By the way, I just started a new Instagram page. If you'd like to follow along, just find Lone Wandering Wolf. This is in addition to the Facebook page and the new website that doesn't have much content yet at www.lonewanderingwolf.com. Until next time, remember to slow down and enjoy life. Thanks for watching. Oh, that's better.